Hello again. How you guys doing? This is Jay Burnham, and this is the Jay Burnham Show. Actually, it's the real Jay Burnham Show. Sorry I messed that up. I know I'm going to get some hater writing me some little message going, "You messed that up." I did. My bad. Anyway, today I'm going to be discussing what kind of paperwork you should be having in your clipboard. Yay! All right, guys. So today we're talking about what kind of paperwork you should have in your clipboard. And, you should be taking a clipboard to all your moves. And what I have in my clipboard that will have every contingency available ready to go. All right, some of the things I've already talked to you about, but let's go over. I've always give my guys a clipboard like this. All right, I have a clipboard. It's one of these ones you can open, and there's things inside. And they should always have that kind of a clipboard, not just a regular wooden clipboard, because then the papers can get messy if it's outside. It can get rained on. Um, this helps protect all the things. It keeps your paperwork looking professional. Okay, so have a clipboard um that you can open up. All right, they have those metal clipboards like the police use. I don't like them because I personally don't like writing on them. I'm a heavy. I really press down when I write, and it just doesn't feel good when I write on metal. It just feels weird to me. So I get the plastic ones because I can just feels better for me. So I personally like the plastic ones. The problem with the plastic clipboards, however, is they break. Like right here, see? When the dumb jerks they don't pay attention, they put it on the end or they drive on kaplunk and it breaks. And we're in the cold area, so when it gets really really cold, like 0 degrees and stuff, these fall on the ground just right, they shatter. So that's the only drawback between a plastic one and a metal one. If you prefer metal, by all means, use metal ones. They're just as good. I personally don't like them. But if you're looking for a clipboard, I'll leave a link down. You can get one off of Amazon, or you can just go to your Myers or Wally World or Staples, Office Max, wherever they got those. They got them there too. So you can get them wherever. But I'll leave a link up below. And if you do, by the way, I have to let you know, if you use my link, I will get a little bit of a commission for you buying your stuff off the Amazon thing. That's one way I make a little bit of money doing this. My videos are free, so I do try to make a little bit of money. So if you do go through the Amazon link, I will earn a commission. All right, so let's go over some of the paperwork that I have inside my clipboard. Well, first thing I have is pens. You should have 2, 3 pens because believe it or not, your people are going to lose them. They're going to write them and they're going to put them down, or they're going to give them to the customer and they're going to think. So have 2 to 3 pens inside the clipboard. That way they'll never run out of pens, because it's embarrassing to look around for a pen when you need one. It really truly is. So have pens. All right, good. The other thing I have in it is my rate card. I went over in a video earlier. I think it was yesterday we did the video where I go over my rate card. So I got my rate card in there for the guys. That's always in there. Another thing I have in is my tariff worksheet. I have my tariff. So when we do a long distance job, my guys have the tariff and they can always look into the tariff and know how much they're supposed to charge. And that's always in the clipboard at all given times. Now we have a couple other things that are a little bit, yeah, you don't really want, but I have a set of damage claim forms, because if the morons decide they want to break something, it's not going to make the customer have it. However, if they have a set of damage claim forms, which I have here, um, which is 3 or 4 pages of damage claim forms, um, then they could fill that out, and they could send it in to us with the pictures and everything. And the customers are usually pretty happy if you have that available. So have a set of damage claim forms. All right. Another thing I like to have here is I like to have a liability waiver. And the liability waiver is basically is for the customer. If they ask us to do something that isn't necessarily in our job description, Oh, for some reason, I got weird fuzz in my hair. It's not in. What? Weird. If it's not in our job description, like for instance, whenever all the customers call me, I usually say we cannot disconnect any gas, electric, or water lines. Period. We don't want the liability. We don't have the insurance for that. That is, they want somebody to do that. They should get a handyman, a construction person, or do it themselves. That's what typically we tell the customer. We don't disconnect anything that's electric, water, or gas, and we don't take anything that's actually hard screwed or hardwired into the walls. We don't take it. We'll take the TV off a brace if that's what you want. That's no problem. But we're not going to take the brace away from the wall because we don't know how that was set in there. We don't know what kind of lines, water, gas is behind the wall that might be screwed into. And we don't want that liability. However, if a customer wants us to do something like that, we have them fill out the liability waiver. And basically, it just says, hey, you're asking us to do this. This isn't our normal activities. If something should go wrong on this, we assume no responsibility, and it's totally up to the customer, to handle any and all problems. This includes the customers that insist that you drive on their lawn. Under no circumstances should you ever drive a truck on a customer's lawn. But heaven forbid, there are customers that says, we want you to drive right up our backyard and into our garage and just zippity doo dah right there. Obviously you're going to tell your customer, look, we don't drive on a customer's lawns. Just don't do it. These trucks are heavy. They will sink down in the grass, right? Especially like right now, spring and fall time when it is a lot of raining. It you get a big 26-foot truck that's fully loaded, it's going to go right in the ground, and you're going to need to be towed out. And while you're being towed out, the tow truck drivers are going to be laughing at you. That's embarrassing. I speak from experience. Don't do it. But if the customer insists, that's what the liability waiver form is for. You just have them fill it out. Say, hey, look, if we have to get pulled out, you're going to be on the hook for all the charges on it. We will not cover it. We are not going to cover any tow charges, any damage to the lawn, nothing. It's totally on you. And usually, when you go up to the waiver form and you say, hey, here it is, they usually change their tune because they don't want to be on the hook either, right? So make sure that you have one of those waiver forms. Of course, I didn't bring one with me, but you should always have your bill of lading, or BOL as I call it. You should have your BOL or your contract or whatever that should be. I didn't put one down here like a moron. I guess I didn't really make myself ready for that. All right, but you should definitely have that as part of your clipboard. That should be a given. I shouldn't really have to tell you that, but if I do, well, you might want to rethink your career. Just kidding. I'm joking. It's a joke. Relax. Settle down. It's okay. All right, and the last thing I have is a set of my insurance papers. You want to make sure that you have a copy of all your insurance papers in case the customer wants to see it. Or you get pulled over, you should have it in the clipboard for the guys so the cops can see to make sure that you are licensed and insured, and so on and so forth. That's also something you should have in the thing. If you got your license or you've got a copy of it, the paper from your state, this should go in your insurance, all your truck documents. I put it in a little envelope. That way it's right there. I know where it is, and it's in your clipboard. And that's pretty much it. Oh, one other last thing I didn't do as well is I'm a moron. If you do accept credit cards, one thing you want to do is you want to make sure that there's a credit card statement. So they fill it out. Have the customer fill out the credit card statement. Don't do it yourself. Have the customer do it. That way they fill it out in their handwriting and they sign it saying, yes, I give permission to XYZ Moving Company to use my credit card for this move. This will protect you because, believe it or not, customers will ask for a refund if they use a credit card. Uh, they're not so likely to do it if they have to write out a check or give you cash. I find that if you're going to get scammed, it's usually by the people who give you a credit card. Because if they somehow decide, after you left, after they told you the move was all hunky-dory and gave everybody a tip and everybody was high-fiving each other, 3 hours later, they're on the phone to Amex or Discover or whatever going, these guys did a horrible job and we want our money back. So have that form. So if they do dispute the credit card charges, you can then just scan it, send it in an email, say, look, they gave us permission. We did the job. Here's the paperwork. Here's their form saying, hey, yes, they gave us their credit card. It's filled out. They filled it out. They signed it. And usually that will end any and all disputes. Sometimes, however, that is not to say if someone has a legitimate dispute with you, please refund their money. Just don't just bite it in the butt and just go with it because you screwed up. You deserve to lose the money. All right. But be honest and do it. Trust me, it's good business if you do it. I mean, I'm telling you right now, when you screw up, you need to admit it. And I did it one time and I got the job back and I even put it in video. It's on, you can go watch one of my videos about it. Maybe I'll put it in the description below about how I screwed up and how it turned out to be a good thing for me to do that. So admit when you screw up, and when you screw up, take responsibility. All right, so that's the paperwork that I have. I would love to hear some of your more experienced guys. What do you guys have in your clipboard? Or what do you do it all on tablet? How do you have it set up? I would love to hear some of your guys' experience with this. Leave me a comment below in the comment section. Thank you so much. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Yay! Also, please share this with all your family and friends. And don't forget to subscribe because we do a video every single day and you want to be aware when I come out because I don't have a specific time when I publish the videos. I just don't. I do it whenever I feel like it. If you don't like it, leave. All right? It's not like no skin off my teeth. No, just kidding. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for coming to my videos and watching what I'm doing here. Hopefully your guys getting a lot out of this. And again, I implore you, somewhere over here there will be a subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel. All right, good. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Love you. God bless. Have a great day.